Hey, welcome. What if I told you the key to a healthier life wasn't some new pill or a crazy diet, but it was, well, hidden in plain sight, or maybe even right at your fingertips? In this explainer, we're going to dive into a really fascinating book that says our senses are basically a hidden language for our own well-being. We'll get into how just little shifts in how we see and touch the world can actually unlock some pretty amazing benefits.
I mean, it's a super common feeling, right? We're just so bombarded with screens and information and digital noise all day long. It's so easy to lose touch with the very signals our own bodies are trying to send us every single second.
Well, the book we're looking at today completely flips that idea on its head. It basically says our senses aren't just these passive windows to the world. Nope, they're active gateways. They're actual channels we can use to consciously invite wisdom, kindness, and just better health into our lives. All right, so let's jump right in with our first sense, vision. I mean, think about it. Our sight gives us something like 90% of all our information about the world. But so many of us just accept that as we get older, our eyesight is just going to get worse. It's inevitable, right? But what if that's just not true? This book challenges that whole idea head on. It argues that for a lot of people, bad vision isn't some genetic destiny. It's actually more of a habit, something that comes from how we strain our eyes and our minds every single day. And look, this isn't just some fringe theory. The source points to literally thousands of personal stories, showing that these natural methods can actually be super effective for really common issues, like nearsightedness, farsightedness, and even the early stages of more serious conditions. So the book goes into a bunch of different exercises, but let's look at one of the most basic ones. It was actually first developed way back in the 1920s by an ophthalmologist, a Dr. W.G. Bates. It's super simple, and it's all designed to fight that constant eye strain we all feel. Okay, so the whole point here, the big secret, is relaxation. This simple process gives your eyes and the visual center in your brain a total break from the constant work of processing light and information. The goal is to see a pleasant, uniform black, which is a sign that you've really let go of all that tension. Okay, so our eyes can be retrained. That's pretty wild. But what about a part of our body that's pretty much fixed from birth? Let's switch gears to our sense of touch. What if I told you your hands held a detailed map of your personality and your potential? A map that was drawn before you were even born. Yeah, so the book introduces us to this really cool field. It's called Dermatoglyphics. And the whole idea is that these patterns on our fingers, which are formed in the womb and never ever change, are deeply connected to how our brain and nervous system developed. It's kind of like a personal barcode for our character. So the book breaks this all down into 3 main patterns. First up, we've got the arch. If you have mostly arch patterns, the idea is you're probably pretty grounded, straightforward, and purposeful. You think in really concrete terms, but you might have a tough time adapting when plans suddenly change. All right, next up is the loop. Now, this is the most common pattern you'll find around the world. It suggests someone who's adaptable, friendly, and really well-balanced. The book actually calls this normal in a good way, someone who just gets along well with others. And finally, we have the most complex pattern of all, the whorl. This one is often found on the fingers of people with these really complex, individualistic characters. They can be incredibly talented and persistent, but also maybe a little prone to being unbalanced or, stubborn. So here's a quick summary of those core traits all laid out. It's kind of fascinating to think these simple little patterns could offer such deep insights, right? Go on, take a look at your own fingertips right now. What do you see? So we've seen how our vision can be retrained and how our fingerprints might actually reflect our inner nature. The message coming through loud and clear from this book is that our bodies are just encoded with all this information. The next big step is learning how to actually listen to it. And this idea of the body being a map, it goes even deeper. The source talks about systems like Sujok therapy, which basically says our entire body is reflected in our hands and feet. Think of it like a little microsystem. And to bring this all full circle, this therapy suggests that massaging the tip of your thumb could directly benefit your eyes and your vision. How cool is that? And really, that's the powerful thread that ties all of these ideas together. From natural vision exercises to the patterns on our skin, the book is basically telling us that we have these incredible innate tools to understand and improve our own health. It's all about shifting from being a passive passenger in your own body to being an active, engaged listener. So as we wrap things up here, we just want to leave you with this question. Your body is communicating with you constantly, all the time. Are you listening? Starting right now, with your sight and your touch, what secrets do you think it's waiting to tell you?